Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And I'm Carter Glasscock.
And today we are joined by our resident history professor, our resident hilarious Nashville dude,
Ben Sawyer.
That's right. Good to see you on this side of the continent. Been relegated to our Nashville episodes, which are always quite fun, but it's great to have you back out here where, shockingly, it's less hot.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah, out here in the damn desert. Not nearly as bad as Nashville.
Not as much water here.
The water in y'all's cups is all of the water the state of California has left at the moment.
So great.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Worth it.
Well, yeah. How's your trip so far? How's you brought the fam out here. How's everybody doing?
They're doing great.
Hell yeah.
Also we got COVID like a couple weeks before we came here.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Apparently these days we've got another week of just feeling free.
Yeah.
Well, you can get out of plans that way. You're like, no, I had COVID. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you got like a good month before of just being like, I can go anywhere and do anything, and I'm not hurting anybody.
Yeah, although I have to admit that I think that I can go anywhere, I can do anything is probably how I got COVID. So it's not a new philosophy to me in the last few months.
Yeah, we're all like in that. We're all in that mindset of just like selective forgetting. But I mean, me too.
Did anyone ever officially answer the question whether smoke from a cigar or a cigarette can have COVID in it? Because I remember at the beginning that was the thing.
It has
where it was
lung cancer.
Well, yeah, obviously that.
Slower burn. But
I remember
cooler burn.
I remember at the beginning that was like a big topic. Is like, oh, can you blow secondhand smoke?
Yeah, I definitely read some articles that were like, does smoking make COVID worse? It's like, yeah, of course.
Well,
it's a fucking respiratory disease.
I just meant for other people because, of course, Ben.
Because when you're just breathing, you aren't exhaling every bit of air out of your lungs. To get
Is that not how you smoke?
Cigarette smoke out.
You don't just.
But let me just say this: I would think it would make it better because you could see where the COVID was going.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like putting a
You can
tracer on
run.
a bullet.
You can
know what
run
I'm
from
saying?
it. Yes.
You go just avoid that COVID.
Yeah, I just say that because, of course, Ben.
Well, it's like if
runs.
smoking someone's farts who has COVID. It's like, does that give you COVID?
Did we figure that out? These mysteries, but the mysteries remain.
I'm still doing research. I'm doing research to this day.
Stays up doing
I'm not going to
research.
stop doing the research.
I crop dusted a control group before I came to this motherfucker.
Saw the Facebook ad. It was farters wanted.
Yeah. But they never solved that. But I bring it up because Ben runs the finest little comedy show at a cigar store in East Nashville at Smoker's Abbey, Joker's Abbey.
Yeah,
so
man.
I was thinking maybe COVID can survive cigar smoke.
Will we get fucking
Might be
COVID
dangerous.
if we go to your comedy show, is what he's trying to say? Are you trying to give us fucking
It's
COVID?
the strangest plug I've ever
No,
heard.
I went there and it was fine, but I'm just trying to figure out where this might have happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could have been anywhere. Apparently, the new one's real fast. It's just-
It's fast.
Yeah.
It's like 28 days later. It's fast.
Outrun it.
I have to say, the dominant theory in my house is that it came from my son who was going to a summer school program.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's
Yeah,
like a laboratory over there.
that's true. Yes, if you have
kids.
migratory birds and kids, just vectors of disease.
Yeah, and I had like 10 parrots during COVID too, which was that's probably how I got it.
Yeah.
And I would feed them by mouth.
Sucks
so-
all of them died.
Yeah. 5 became dinner, you know what I'm saying? You ever had parrot stew? It's delicious.
Yeah, they sell that shit at the Jimmy Buffett concert, but it's actually drugs.
It's Budweiser. It's Bud Light.
It's Land Shark, please. It's Jimmy Buffett's
Oh yeah,
beer.
he has a beer.
Yeah.
I've had that beer before.
It's the Land Shark.
I'm
guy.
surprised he doesn't have like Jimmy Buffett brand tampons. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's just like the merchandising king off one song.
He gets in enough women already.
Yeah, in the retirement in the retirement village that he owns.
He owns a retirement
He owns
village.
several retirement villages.
Just so he can bang old ladies.
One would assume Jimmy Buffett's fortune is in real estate. Actually, that's his thing. He's like Ray Kroc. You know.
Yeah, that's why the guys in Smash Mouth aren't living as high on the hog as Jimmy Buffett's. Like they had 2 hits too.
Dude, they got a new lead singer for some reason.
What? They took what they got. Get rid of this guy.
They fired Guy Fieri too.
Didn't he go COVID crazy or something?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
I think that's what happened.
There's this one video of him like he's like super drunk.
I'm gonna kill your whole family. If I could suck my own dick, I'd never leave the house. Quiet now, I'm a singer.
That may have something to do with it.
Yeah.
COVID crazy, I have not heard, but I would love to scour the internet and look at.
Well, they did the Sturgis. They did the 2020 Sturgis. I remember, and that was pretty sketch of
I'll
them.
look it up right now, guys.
I saw Smash Mouth in like 1998.
Whoa.
Ziggy's in Winston-Salem, like 300 people there.
Yeah.
That's the Fush You Mang
Yeah,
era.
that is.
too.
Walking on the sun.
Yeah. It
Wow.
was pretty cool. And Sugar Ray, they were on the same show.
Dang.
I
Damn.
should have just, realizing they were all there, I could have just set it on fire.
Yeah.
How much could you have stopped?
I remember.
It's like, what if you, I held Hitler as a baby. It's like, why did I stop him? Why did I stop him?
I think Walking on the Sun's an okay song.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Good. Okay, so
I mean, not to defend any of their current shitheadiness, but
Hey, you know.
What else are we going to admit on this podcast?
Yeah. No, I was going to say, I remember them interviewing Mark McGrath on MTV News, and they were like, oh, so you're buddies with Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth. He goes, oh, yeah, we go way back. One time we stole some golf carts. I can't even get into it.
You want to hear a gross story?
And then he like trailed off. I'm like, what did you do with the golf carts?
we broke into the Vatican with these golf carts.
We drove them into the sun and killed God. What?
I'm sure the story is like a YouTube comment we read.
Yes.
It's like, we stole some golf carts from the golf course, drove them around all night, got stuck in the sand pit. Fuck it. We were having the best time of our lives.
It's a comment on Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Yeah,
It has
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to do with the fucking song.
We had to run from the Irvine Police Department, and they are not slow.
Okay, so I was completely wrong, and Carter was pretty fucking close. He
Can't get it from far.
Okay.
he retired. he retired because health issues, and he seems like he appeared unwell and maybe drunk.
Oh, okay.
Maybe addiction issues. I want to say.
Gotta head to the Hab.
I was trying to say it in a nice way, but
Yeah,
he's a fucking wino loser piece of shit.
Can we have are we allowed to make mistakes?
No, not because this happened in March. He's still in punishment phase right now.
Well,
He
the Sturgis
cursed at-
thing, I guess.
He cursed at fans and threatened them.
Oh, that's fun.
To your own fans.
You don't shut up, I'll play more songs.
You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that threat.
And I want to say one of the other things, when you search the information, one of the first things that Otto searches is Smash Mouth singer dead.
No, they got that celebrity death pool going.
He's not dead. He's
Dead
not.
to me.
He's still alive.
If you
Yeah.
can't play Walking on the Sun.
Yeah.
Again, to play devil's advocate. I mean, look, they've been playing like the crawfish boil for fucking 20 years.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that like when the Sturgis thing came up, they didn't even think it was like they were taking an anti-vax stance. They were just like, just another gig.
Yeah.
And then
It's likely they hadn't even heard
he was so
about
drunk.
COVID.
He was so drunk he didn't even hear about the pandemic. And like,
Might as well be playing by
there's a pandemic of bad vibes going on.
What if he drank so much he wrecked his throat even more, and he couldn't even sound like that anymore?
He sounds like Tom Waits.
Yeah. Don't delay. Act now. Supplies on the
Yeah.
Who auditions? Like who? Like you see the
Yeah, who do they get?
Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
needs a
Yeah, who
new
do they get?
singer. You go, what happened to the last
You're
one?
signing up to be booed. Think about it. When you go to see Smash Mouth, you've paid $14.99 to see them at a crawfish boil, and some other guy walks on stage. You're mad. You're throwing bare minimum. You're throwing crawfish shells at him.
I think realistically, you're signing up to look at the top of someone's head as they're looking at their phone during your set.
Yes,
But
it's different.
what if they got Tom Waits to replace Steve Harwell?
sign me all the way up. Yeah, I love it.
It's called Smash Lounge.
Yeah, Smash Lounge. That's it. Yeah.
At that concert, man, like the Smash Mouth Sugar Ray concert. This was like 98, 99, right? Ziggy's in Winston-Salem. Outside there was this girl. She was like 15, and she was like the hot topic, like head to toe. She's by herself, like braces and stuff, and like she doesn't realize that being like a girl by herself at this type of concert.
It's Smash
It's like,
Mouth.
yeah, I mean, it's just like, I said, she's like,
This is Roofie
15,
Central,
yeah.
baby.
I mean, she's like 15 or 16 years old, and we were just like, she just came over to us and was like, hey, and we were like, hey, and we just walk away from her. I felt sorry for her, but I was just like, nah. And then Smash Mouth goes on stage. Mark McGrath's up there. He's like, what's up, ladies? We look down. She's on the front row, and he goes, I'm looking for a girl to dance with. And he picked her.
Oh no! Oh God!
Pulled her up on stage, and I watched like what was probably statue. I mean, hey, he was like, you want a kiss? From
Yeah,
Sugar
you
Ray?
saw him.
Oh my god!
And I was like,
You saw him initiate a crime.
It was like I couldn't enjoy the show after that. I was just like, this is not.
Yeah.
I came here to sing every morning at the top of my lungs.
Yeah. And we all let this happen. So now I have to tell my neighbors I'm moving to the neighborhood? No, not fair. Everybody in the crowd is to blame now.
It was the saddest, like, look, I'm the Mac up here experience I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, God.
Like,
That's awful.
the worst part is Smash Mouth got jacked off on stage. That was, you know.
Yeah, it was like Guar. They brought out a
Like,
giant.
hey, nobody's harmed. Let him do it.
Yeah, it's just bowling and cars and spaceships. Like that's what they're fucking around with. They're not.
Okay, well, I got good news. Zach Good or Goody is the new singer of Smash Mouth.
Man,
He's
the most hated man in America.
veteran
Still recently ran a
singer.
gym. And
Yeah, what bands was he in? Any bands for this?
He's been in Divided by Zero and The Secret Seven.
Classic.
very secret. No one's
But
heard.
Very secret.
He's also performed in a Weezer/Beastie Boys cover band
Hell yeah.
named Geezer and works as a DJ and voice actor.
Okay. All right.
what can't this guy do?
He's
Yeah.
legit.
I mean,
he's fucking legit.
If he's a voice
Like
actor,
J-Lo, he's a triple threat.
if he's a voice actor, I bet he's doing the voice. You know, so at least so there is a certain quotient of the crowd that has no fucking clue what that guy looks like. So they're just like, yeah, this is him.
Yeah, there is something because they did that in Alice in Chains. They got a guy who sounds exactly like Lane Staley.
Oh yeah, Journey. They hired the Filipino guy who was the Journey karaoke champion of the Philippines.
Well, it's like one of those things where
yeah. Journey, the band Journey. They were looking for a new lead singer, and they went on YouTube, and there was a guy from the Philippines in the Philippines who had 1 million videos of him singing karaoke Journey songs, and they hired him, and he is now the lead singer of Journey.
well,
That guy's dream was fulfilled.
Oh fuck yeah!
Just
Oh, there's
think
a
the guy
documentary
goes,
about
if
it.
I post enough of them. If I they'll see me.
Yeah, there's a documentary about him.
well, it's not like the Van Halen thing where there's like a David Lee Roth era and a Sammy Hagar.
No.
It's like let's not let the wheels fall off on this money machine.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
We're contractually obligated to play the Crawfish Boil until 2028.
That's right.
All right, guys, more great news. From Zach
Yeah, now the radio's microphone turns to the wide world of Smash Mouth. Here's our correspondent, Samuel Taylor Hunter. What's going on, Sam?
I found his Twitter at Divided by Zach. Zach spelled with a CH.
Check mark or no check mark?
No check mark,
Okay.
unfortunately. And I think
He's a man of the people.
One of the reasons why his follower count is 362.
Nice. Hell yeah.
We all have more followers than the singer of Smash Mouth.
Oh,
Hell
punching
yeah.
down never feels good.
But his latest tweet, he solved today's Wordle in 2 tries. Yeah,
That was the day.
yeah, 5 hours ago.
He's still doing Wordle
I love
update
it.
tweets.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh man.
So let's
Hell
just be
yeah.
clear. This isn't like this guy abandoned this account.
No.
This guy, like the Smash Mouth Twitter was like, we'd like to welcome our new singer. Tagged him in the post. This guy got another 73 followers out of it.
Like I said, nobody was thrilled about this guy coming into the band. You know what I mean? Like,
It's very weird that he posted the Wordle because every other tweet is like a very like liberal leftist like retweets about political issues.
Okay.
and
All right.
Gun control and Roe v. Wade, and he's on the good side
Okay,
of all those
okay.
things.
Okay, all right.
And then just Wordle. The only one. It's
So
for months.
he's a terrorist
For
too.
months he's been.
Yeah, he's just trying to be like, look, I know that the other guy, I know that there's some Sturgisy other stuff about the other guy. You don't have to worry about old Zach Good.
gotta
Zach
worry.
Good's going to come up there and he's going to take you to that bowling alley in the Cosmos.
Zach, let me tell you something about Zach Good. Here's 2 things you need to know about me. I'm the new lead singer of Smash Mouth, and I always start with the word Ouija because you get a lot of vowels right off the gate.
Yeah, he's like, just want to let you guys know, I don't write any of these words, but I can figure them out pretty good. Words. I'll handle it.
It ain't no joke. This word was really fucking hard.
I found it in 2 tries, and I am freaking out. I need everyone to know that I saw word help.
Which also probably means that he does work. Like people have been doing Wordle for months now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably the first time he ever got it.
Yeah, well, if you get it in 2, it's just a lucky guess. There's no way you fucking use the clues of
No, so
Wordle to figure
you're
it out.
a genius. Or you cheated. And you saw
yeah,
someone
yeah.
else do it.
Yeah, you did it on your laptop first,
Damn.
and then did it on
He
your
saw
You
someone do it and
might
still
find
took
out
the
that
two guesses.
Wordle's really fun.
There it is.
He's trying to get a sponsorship from Wordle really bad.
We need this.
Gentlemen, are we ready for an ungodly concoction?
I guess so.
This one I...
This one, but to preface,
oh, yeah.
me and Sam both refused a cup of coffee before this because I went to the dark side on the last time.
I
we
did as
this.
well.
That was too much caffeine.
Yeah.
This is going to be a little perk.
Yeah, we
not going to be like actually snorting meth.
I already had coffee.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, this one, fellas, this is Oxy Shred.
Is it a weight loss one again?
I guess so. I found it at.
This is those trucker speed pills high school kids take to be better at tackle football.
Just bumblebee capsules popped open and dumped into some Sprite.
So funny you mentioned that. Spoiler for a future episode. I found a Stacker 2 drink in Alabama, but I didn't want to,
Dude,
put it
don't
on the
spoil
plane.
it. I haven't
drive it across
recorded
state
that
lines.
episode yet.
Well, no, it'll be an Alabama ep because I'm not going to pay to put Stacker 2 on a plane.
Why
Legally,
not?
you have to get its own seat.
Yeah.
Middle seat. That's the best way to ever get a little space is put it in the middle seat.
You can't put it by the window. It's likely to blow the side off the plane.
Well, this one has some elements of the drink we did called Cut. Mainly that the lettering is so goddamn small I can barely see it. But
Here, I have optical enhancers.
yeah, there you go.
Nature's warning sign.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh my God.
You know
that's
what I
tiny
mean?
print.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, the FDA makes us put it on there. It's not our fault. We got
Carter,
Yeah, yeah.
Carter's going glasses
Carter
off
took the
for this
glasses
one.
off to see this.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
I would like to brag. Last time I was the only one
Yes,
who could read it.
indeed.
So you might want to pass it over.
Yeah, I was
this
gonna
way.
say-
I was going to say, it's, all right. Wait, what am I looking at here?
You're looking at the fine print of a contract you shouldn't sign.
Yeah, it's
By opening this
hieroglyphics.
can.
It's got guar gum in
Yeah.
it. Chromium
CWAR.
picolinate.
Chromium. Oh no.
Yeah, I buff my car with
I was
that.
gonna say, yeah, we can make the bumpers look awesome.
On the weekends, I buff my car with chromium picolinate,
Sure.
Pickle
periodoxine, malic acid, fruit.
all of these sound like things
Fruit,
that
that's fine. Fruit.
Well, fruit and vegetable juice color.
Oh,
So,
no.
they got
This is going to taste so shitty. I can already tell.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my
It's-
God, ascorbic acid. Well, vitamin C. That's what that is.
Yes,
I guess.
that keeps it fresh.
Well,
hydrochloride.
Usually this is a 12-ounce can. It looks like. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So usually the smaller the can, the worse the taste.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Well, this particular flavor, this is called.
Guava Paradise.
All right, let's.
that's-
0 calories. Imagine a clean, smooth, and exciting energy drink that delivers the feeling of 250 milligrams of caffeine, but does this with a sensible 180 milligrams of caffeine.
What?
Now that's some clean caffeine.
Okay.
0 jitters, 0 crash, vegan friendly.
Hey, all right. As opposed to the other ones that are filled with meat juice.
Yeah, steak sauce.
Yeah, it's steak sauce.
And gluten free.
All right.
Gluten-free.
Hell yeah. Well, on the side it says energy to burn, 0 crash, fresh focus. Ooh, funky fresh or just regular fresh, and good vibes. So that is actually why I picked it up, because the vibes are good.
I don't put anything in my body unless good vibes are on it.
It has to be good
Cigarettes, the vaccine, none of it.
That's
say good vibes.
That's how I pick out avocados at the grocery store. It's got to
Yeah.
have good vibes.
Sir.
I don't squeeze them. Just rub them on my chest.
We just go back to the fact that it said, imagine having a drink with 250 milligrams caffeine that only has 180.
Yeah, that's what does that
it have
mean?
some type of like an accelerator in there?
It has.
Well, no, it's saying it. Normally, a lot of them have 250, but this one has a sensible 180.
Yeah.
Okay, this sounds like it might be a welcome relief from the fucking jet fuel we drank last time.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the first energy drink I've seen that doesn't seem like it's trying to fight you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Guava Paradise.
Yeah. Well, I've said before the distinction is it's like either very hippie or very aggro, and I need to now add to that. Good vibes, tropical vibes, and that I would say this falls into that newer category.
Sensibility.
Yeah.
They have a tagline at the end of their description that is, "Now that's some clean caffeine."
Yeah. And it's in the same font point as a Capricorn Records contract. All right. There we go.
Normally, these things' description is like, you have an old.
Oh, it's real pissy yellow.
Surprising color.
It smells like shit. I can smell it from over here. I'm not lying. I can smell that shit from over here.
Yeah, well, I'm all
Let's
right. Well,
see.
I poured the most, so I'll take that one, and then you guys get
Been
the
up to
sample.
you.
Oh, it smells
I'm the
fucking
guest.
horrible. It
I'm
smells
the
like
guest.
No, you're
Oh,
the guest, so
yeah.
it's your
Smells-
choice.
It smells fucking terrible.
Yeah, this isn't bad. This is a
Ben's
bad
big
smell.
Dogging it.
Oh,
Oh, Ben,
that makes
that's
sense
friendship.
now. That makes sense.
That's so nice. Thank you,
There
sir.
it is.
I just want us to go to the
Dude,
same
smell
hospital.
it.
not to
It
have
makes
to
you
go to
want to
different
puke.
hospitals.
There's no way this is clean.
Oh my
it
God,
smells
it does
so
smell
good.
like piss.
It smells like piss or puke.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
It does smell like puke.
I hate to report this. I love it. I fucking love the
Well, you
taste.
also love
You like
piss and
puke?
puke.
Yeah, you like to drink puke.
That's good. That's very yummy.
It's less harsh than the smell would lead.
It tastes
on.
better than it smells. But
yeah. Ooh, and the burps are fun.
I don't know.
I'd say you have to put it up to your. It'd be easier in a can because you don't have to smell it.
You wouldn't- yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you do in the cup.
We've aerated it.
Is it like a scallops thing that when you cook them, it smells like you're like boiling farts and then you eat it? And you're like, that's pretty good.
This is the rutabaga
Total
of
caffeine.
of energy drink. Smells terrible. Tastes delicious and kind of like broccoli.
Not too bad. Yeah, 0 calories, guilt free.
Oxy shred, y'all.
It's clean
But you know, the
caffeine.
people, they love it.
Oh yeah.
I've heard that people love this segment on the
They
podcast.
do indeed, and also I should add, I forgot to mention this is from this is exactly where you want to have your drinks come from. EHP Labs.
Labs,
So this
yeah.
comes from a lab
in Dallas, Texas.
in Dallas. Is that right?
Dallas?
Dallas.
That's far from the coast.
Yeah, it is. I didn't expect it.
Normally it's port
It has an
cities, right?
American
This is something
flag
that
on
Rivers
it,
told
too.
me was like the more dangerous the energy drink, the closer to the
Closer
water it
to
comes
international waters, yeah, or
Yeah.
the desert, They can have like a mountain stronghold in the Nevada
Wherever they
desert.
make nuclear weapons.
Yes,
This
yes.
is where
Anywhere
you can
there's
make energy
either
drinks.
nuclear weapons or nuclear submarines, one of the two.
Right.
Yeah. What do
Well,
we?
as far as chemical sludge goes, could taste worse.
I liked it. The
Smell
smell
is-
was bad.
Smell is 0 on the scale of good smells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
The
one
smell should send a signal to your brain that says, don't drink
It
this.
does. It does. I
Yeah.
almost didn't drink this.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I almost didn't drink this.
from.
Yeah.
Says
That
no,
would be-
but the
that's
tongue
smart.
Says yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fake sugar is still lingering. It seems like I just opened up a sweet and low packet at Waffle House into my tongue. is what,
Yeah,
it's what my
it's-
mouth is like at the moment.
Caked.
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
in
So,
sugar.
I'm gonna take a drink from my other energy drink.
Yeah, I'm having a little water here.
What's that one?
That's
Cleanse the palate.
all I need new cherry slush.
Oh, okay.
My old standby, the old Dominion. I don't usually talk about my job that much on here. Just I
You got
work
to
as a,
separate business and pleasure.
absolutely.
I
I work as a tour guide, and normally I wouldn't report on such things, but I had the weirdest tour I've ever had last week.
Okay.
And the reason I feel comfortable reporting is the guy was from Italy, so the chance and spoke zero English, so the chances of him
And
finding
he's
are none. Yes,
That's our number one country.
yeah.
The podcast goes out to.
That's right. Yeah. So I was supposed to pick this guy up for a private tour with just one person.
Oh,
which-
those are so fucking weird.
Did you ever do a one person?
Yes.
Yeah, you had one.
I had one guy, and we didn't say a word.
How long was it?
It was 3 hours.
Okay, that's
And I was like, how about lunch? Lunch sounds good. Let me take you to lunch.
Yeah.
So I could just drop him off. And I couldn't stop thinking. Like, I was like going over the scant amount of knowledge I knew.
Sure, yeah.
But I just couldn't stop thinking. I was like, is he going to kill himself tonight? Or tomorrow? Or like, did he just want to see the mountains before he embraces the great beyond? Like, what the fuck?
Wrap up the tour. He pulls out a piece of paper and then he checks the last box.
Yeah.
I wanted him to say one like depressing thing, like just like looking out the window, being like, they always leave us, don't they? Well, yeah, I mean, the farmer's market. There's all types of foods you can eat at the farmer's market.
And yeah.
He just showed up with bad vibes.
Like, I don't know. I think he was just like,
You may-
ideally, the person he was with had something to do that day, and set him off on this tour to get him out of the hotel room or something.
there was a second person who was supposed to be on that tour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's too much to refund it at the last minute.
Which is as a date idea, like, come on, that's a terrible date idea.
Get a third guy in a car with us and drive around.
yeah.
So, what do you guys think? Are there sparks going on back there? Or? Okay.
The first one I ever had was probably like 2015 or something like that. And it was a guy from Canada, and he got in the car, and he was friendly, and we, did the tour. It was fine. And then at one point he was just like, "Oh, this is crazy. My wife would have loved this." And I was like, "Oh, where's she at? Is she back in Toronto?" And he goes, "Oh no, she's at the hotel. She doesn't like to go outside." And I was like, "You bitch, you could have fucking been here. This would have been less awkward."
Why did she come here?
Who the fuck knows? But
They have really nice hotel rooms
Yeah.
in America.
I think the problem is that like they probably don't communicate because he's like, my wife would have loved this. And you go, where is she? She's like, she doesn't go outside.
yeah,
It's like,
She doesn't-
You ever listen to her?
She doesn't go above ground. She died 5 years ago.
she's a mole person.
Sunlight makes her burn.
yeah.
Yeah. What if he's married to a vampire?
Yeah, a Morlock. She's a Morlock.
Yeah.
She lives underground. She's a mole person.
Morlock.
Time machine.
That's
So
so
you-
much cooler than her name just being Stephanie.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, no, this, I was supposed to pick this person up at their hotel. They called about 20 minutes before we were supposed to pick them up. I was already at the hotel, which is in downtown LA, and I answer the phone, and Amanda's just going, "Warner Brothers. I'm sorry. Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, I'm at the hotel. He's just like, "Warner Brothers." And so I was like, all right. So I drove from downtown LA to Warner Brothers, which is it's close, but not that close. So finally I find him. He is a very tall guy wearing a suit and transition lenses. So he
seems like a hitman who's going to go kill someone at Warner Brothers.
like a fucking hitman. And
Right.
How old is this guy?
I'd say like 45 or so.
That's ripe hitman age.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Like he'd been
Done it a while.
like he'd been at it for a long time, and he gets in the van and sits in the back seat behind the passenger side. So now I can see him in the rear view this whole time. He literally for 4 hours never looked at his phone. He had his hands folded in his lap and was just staring straight
Well,
ahead.
professional keeps their mind on the task at hand.
Yes, yeah. Well,
mapping is what he was
That's
doing.
right,
He was
yeah.
mapping the whole area.
and
Shit, that guy totally killed somebody at Warner Brothers.
so the thing with like doing these tours is like most of the time is eaten up by getting out of the car, walking around, seeing stuff, taking pictures, looking at shops. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're just doing it as a driving tour, that cuts your time and it's nothing. And every stop we went to, I'd be like, all right, here we are at Hollywood Boulevard. Do you want to go check out the Chinese theater or get a picture?
No.
And he would just literally go, "No photo." And I was
No,
like,
No paper trail, no
yes,
photo.
Yeah, and I just
Exactly.
say like he's on the phone, just saying Warner Brothers over and over again. He's thinking in his head, if I say more words than this on phone, they will be able to track me by voice.
yeah. But yeah, so and then my favorite was
This makes you complicit, by the way.
I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. But we get up to the Hollywood sign, and I was like, "All right, do you want to get a picture here? You know, the thing to do at the Hollywood sign, the one and only thing." And he goes, "No photo. I will just look." And at the moment, we're parked across the street from the fucking sign, and he is facing straight ahead, and the sign is to his right. And I was like, "Oh well, if you're looking, it's right there on the right." And then he did not move his body at all. He just slowly turned his head like a haunted doll and glanced at the sign and then turned back and was like, "I am ready."
Wait, so you took this guy to a high point
I went
in the city.
all over the place. Yeah.
So he's like up there and he's just looking straight forward. He's probably thinking, where can I best be in the dark with a scope?
Oh, see, this is what I think. I think he's not the hitman. I think he hired a hitman and I'm his alibi. I couldn't have killed my wife. I was on this tour with this fucking fat moron.
But why would he want a picture?
moron.
Too much spaghetti. Had to find squeezed spaghetti in there.
yeah.
Too much of pizza pie.
But you think he'd want a photograph, right?
Yeah, to back him up. That was the weird part. But no, he just, and so we went, we did 7 hours worth of a tour in like 4. Like I ran out of stuff to do because he wouldn't get out of the car anywhere. And so I was like, "You want to go to the beach?" because I just had to fill more time. And then finally, he handed me this crumpled up piece of paper with a address written on it. And he was like, "Can I go here?" And I drove him there, and it was Musso and Frank's in Hollywood, where
Then he removed his briefcase and pulled the silencer out.
He just got out of the car and left. It was just this.
Burned his fingerprints off.
But, yeah. But everywhere we went, I'd point something out. He's like, "I will just look," and I'm like, "Well, here it is," and he would slowly turn his head but not his body, and then right back, and would just be staring straight ahead.
Here's my theory. He knows he's going to be in a situation where he is kidnapped and blindfolded in a car.
Yeah.
He's trying to situate himself to the turns.
He's setting up his own ransom.
He knows
he's got a rich family.
Need to feel which way they're going based on the car turning. And he is very advanced
I love it.
Italian hitman.
He's got a rich family that won't give him any money, so he gets himself kidnapped, and now he's got yes, there we go.
That's what he was doing the whole time. He was saying, "Man has kidnapped me in van. Man has kidnapped me in van."
Those debris always hit your face like this. Tell me.
Full suit.
Warner Brothers.
Did he take his jacket off when he got in?
Never. And it was rumpled as shit when he got out. Like when he got out at Musso's, he walked in his whole jacket because he'd just been sitting in the same seat for 4.5 hours. So the whole jacket was rumpled as hell. And then he just kind of wandered off into Hollywood Boulevard. And I was like, all right, well, that was the weirdest 4 hours of my life.
He gets on phone. Is it done?
She is dead. She is dead like meatball.
Okay.
Take me to an in and out.
Dude.
Yeah.
That is so creepy.
Yeah, just had to fill everybody in on that because it's been living in my brain since Wednesday.
Yeah, that's haunting.
Yes, it was.
There's no
very
world,
weird.
I was just like, what would be a funny comment to say on this? Like, the funniest comment would be like, what if he just wanted to go on that tour?
Yeah, which is probably
that's the weirdest fucking
The
thing.
weirdest possible conclusion is
Yeah.
that he was pumped about it.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, I booked it. He's like, I felt bad. Made the guy come to Whataburger. The Warner Brothers to get me.
Yeah.
But man, it was awesome, man. This tour was great.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's
Did you see
one
the
of
Hollywood sign? He told me where it was. I mean, I couldn't see it.
I mean,
he was like,
yeah.
there it is. And
Well, now that we know there's people that don't like going outside, maybe
Yes.
the car was his comfort zone.
Oh,
you
perhaps.
know?
Oh, yeah.
I
Maybe.
only feel good in a Ford Astro van. Like a Mama Drive. Back in the Rome.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I still think that guy was a hitman, though, dude.
Oh yeah,
He was
that
up
makes
to
the
no
most
good.
sense.
Yeah.
He was-
he was from Italy and not talking up to no good for sure. That's all you need to tell me about that situation.
Why don't you talk? You never talk. You got to talk.
Have y'all been following the situation at the Georgia Guidestones?
What?
No.
Oh, okay. So does everybody know about the Georgia Guidestones?
No.
No.
Oh my God!
I can't
All
believe
right.
we haven't been following the story.
It's. I mean, hey.
None of us know what
Nor
it
if you
is.
go on my search history, Georgia Guidestones is pretty prominently featured on there. How did
That's what I
I
love
miss
about
this?
Rivers. Rivers like is so into like things nobody ever heard of. Like, "Hey, you guys never heard of the Georgia Guidestones?" You haven't?
I assume everybody else spends lots of time on researching on YouTube. You don't know about the demonic cabal that runs the world.
Dude, I'm just trying to
that.
make my influencer career happen, dude. I don't have time for this.
Well, this is a chance to do it. So, this was we talked about the Georgia Guidestones back. I should say I talked about with Pat and Kyle Clark, episode 38 of the show with Matt Farr, a very funny comic from Atlanta who went there and said that when he asked a local tour guide about the Georgia Guidestones, he said, and I quote, "Oh, it's this thing that lends itself to mystery and intrigue," which is what the guy at the Granite Museum said about the Georgia Guidestones.
He was about to he was about to shoot out of his shoes, telling you about it. oh, that particular subject.
So the Georgia Guidestones are in Elberton, Georgia, northeast of Atlanta. And basically, Elberton bills itself as the granite capital of the world. And they have a
Lofty claim.
Yes, yeah, indeed. Yeah, because
Fucking prove it.
I think, yeah.
Dig in the fucking ground and prove it.
Yeah, let me see those countertops.
We have over here a building where all the representatives of Granite come to meet every year to work out Granite legislation.
Yeah, yeah.
Ironically, the building is wooden.
It's a cabin.
So in 1979, there's a guy using a pseudonym named Robert C. Christian who rolls up in Elberton, Georgia, on behalf of, and I'm quoting, a small group of loyal Americans. And he commissioned a structure called the Georgia Guidestones. And the Guidestones are these gigantic granite tablets that kind of look like Stonehenge a little bit that are in the middle of a farmer's field in Elberton, Georgia. And to date, there are some pretty good theories as to who financed this thing, but they don't really know. And the crazy thing is the people who built the Guidestones were a local granite company, and they quoted this Robert C. Christian guy. They were like, we don't want to build these stupid things. So they quoted him essentially just an insane amount of money. And Robert Christian comes back and is like, oh, we accept your offer. And then they build
Nothing
these
can
stones.
stop me. Put up these Guidestones.
Yes, exactly. And so the idea behind the Guidestones, I think, is that whoever put these up assumed there was going to be a nuclear war at some point. And after most of humanity had been wiped out, the face of the Guidestones on either side, they had 10 rules for how to rebuild civilization after a nuclear apocalypse. And those were written in English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, traditional Chinese, and Russian. And the rules were, number 1, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Number 2, guide
eugenics.
Bingo. It is exactly, yeah. Number 2, guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. So, a little nod there.
Also not good.
Not great, but, number 3, unite humanity with a new living language. So, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things within tempered reason. The next rule.
Eliminate diversity. Make everyone Christian.
No, I think that's calling for Esperanto.
Let people live where they want to live. You know what I'm saying? Like schools they want to go to. Okay.
Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Ooh, global.
Well, we already got one of those. It just got blown up. We could build another one.
Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Throwing shade.
Yo. Sorry, meter reader. We know you lived through the apocalypse, but we just eliminated your job because the Guidestone says useless officials aren't necessary. So you have to retool yourself. Maybe go to community college, learn some new skills, job training. I know this has already been hard for all of us, but it's going to be real hard for you.
When we were kids, we thought the future was going to be like flying cars. Instead, it's going to be like the Guidestone is law.
I just was thinking about this. It's very presumptuous to put something in like Russian and Swahili in Georgia. Like when they find it, they're not going to understand humanity and society enough. It's like, oh, fuck, we should do courts and judge fairly.
How are all these people going to get over the wall? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Number 8, balance personal rights with social duties. Number 9, prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. And number 10, be not a cancer on the earth, leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. They wrote that shit twice. So this got unveiled in 1980. And do you want to guess how people have thought about this mysterious thing with these 10 rules on it?
Well, I'll tell you, here's how I think about it.
Some bullshit.
We're assuming that the entire Earth has been nuked.
Yeah.
And this guy goes, live in harmony with nature. And it's just Earth's on fire.
No, yeah.
Like, I think the thought is like maybe after half-life has passed, things have settled down. The last living people are wandering the wasteland, and they find this.
I think what they should do is make all of the buildings. Restructure all the buildings to be made out of whatever these are made out of, because they assume that these also won't be blown away by the nuclear weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you this: if I was a foreign leader with a nuclear arsenal, I would have one missile just aimed at this one.
They were 19 feet tall, 3 inches, and
Just like my dick.
Oh, shit.
Also made out of granite.
Georgia bread.
Directed by a man
Georgia
named Bob
bread
Christian.
granite dick.
It's weird because I also have some rules for life inscribed on the side of my dick. I'm assuming the rest of my body might go out in nuclear blast. My dick will still stand.
Go to nature, dog.
Rule number 1, suck me.
Rule number 2. This Papa Roach song rules. This is in YouTube comment territory.
It's also written in Swahili on there.
So this is from the Wikipedia about the Guidestones. The Guidestones became a subject of interest for conspiracy theorists. The magazine Wired stated that unspecified opponents have labeled them the 10 Commandments of the Antichrist. Some conservative Christians have called the monument satanic. Right-wing activist Mark Dice demanded that the Guidestones should be smashed into a million pieces, and then the rubble should be used for a construction project, claiming that the Guidestones are of a deep satanic origin and that R.C. Christian belongs to a Luciferian secret society. So
I like his idea to recycle them.
Yeah, I know. Very progressive of him.
It doesn't make any sense though. You go, this is from the devil. Let's crush it up and build a different building with it.
Take that, devil. We have taken what you put here and we have turned it into a holy countertop in my kitchen and an island too, the devil. That's where I put my Bible.
We have put your demonic works and made it into a breakfast nook.
To a Dollar General.
So there is a woman who's currently running for governor in Georgia named Candace Taylor.
One issue.
Buddy. Well, she got 2, actually. One of them is that during the primary, she got in the single digits, and she is demanding a recount, even though she got her ass absolutely, mopped the floor there in Georgia.
Or did she?
But yeah, this is one of her campaign videos with a crucial political talking point here. This was posted on her Twitter back on May 2nd. So just take a listen to this.
They told us what they wanted to do.
What they wanted us to
say they had to get our permission.
There they are.
To at least tell us ahead of time. Even if we didn't believe them.
By the way, we went from drone shot to wedding ring.
Over 4 billion people have been injected with something that took just 9 months to create.
9 months.
It's like human
Ask
life.
yourself why.
Ask yourself why.
Back in biblical times, human sacrifice was a form of demonic worship.
This ran on television.
Still doing it in present day by killing our unborn. It's the same demons, it's the same sacrifice, it's the same sin. It's just a different time. We've watched as people have destroyed our history and monuments, and in their place, they have erected statues to their own.
That's the Tower of Babel.
The New World Order is here.
Yeah.
And they told us it was coming.
Yeah.
So this
It's
QAnon,
about
anti-vax,
corporator
anti-abortion,
natural.
fucking crazy person.
It is a war
Yeah.
between good and evil.
She's standing outside of it.
Yeah. Executive Order number 10. That's what she's calling for. Demolish the Georgia Guidestones.
So that's her single issue.
Well, there's 9 more before that, though, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. So she's calling to execute Order 10.
Number 1, get the Smurfs off TV.
Yeah, number 1.
Number 2, no more Simpsons.
No more Marilyn Manson, no more violent video games. No more vaccines.
No more
Kiss posters on kids' walls.
No more gigapets. My kids are spending too much time on gigapets.
No more Tamagotchis.
Tamagotchis, not.
It took 3 months.
Months, dude. Yeah. First of all, I mean,
I bet she says pictures.
a picture, dude. That
Taking pictures on your
deep-ass-
phone.
dude. There's that like very deep as a damn Georgia sinkhole, Southern accent.
Why are
Just
you doing this?
so yeah, that was.
That lady is cued out.
Oh
buddy.
yeah, she's cupid. But here's the thing, government works slowly. So even if they did manage to pass and execute Order 10, that was going too slow for somebody. So at 4:00 in the morning on July 6th, 2022, an explosion occurred at the Georgia Guidestones, destroying the Swahili and Hindi language slab and causing significant damage to the capstone. Nearby residents reportedly heard and felt explosions at around 4 a.m. CCTV footage recorded a vehicle leaving the scene, and police are investigating the incident. The remaining stones were dismantled by authorities for safety reasons later in the day. So the Georgia Guidestones are no more.
What a fucking psycho, dude.
And the reaction among right-wing crazy people on Twitter has been fucking incredible.
Are they turning against each other?
No, they're celebrating. It's like the end of Return of the Jedi. They're celebrating Michigan. They're celebrating.
We did nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And my favorite part of it is all of the reactions are like, I can't wait to see the face of the globalists. And it's like, no one cares, dude.
Yeah, everyone's like, what are the Georgia Guidestones?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
We toppled the New World Order.
And
They're all acting like they don't know about it.
they are. That's their point, is they're just like, oh, well, I can't wait to see their face when they just see that their satanic temple's been destroyed. It's like, no one cares. No one.
Yeah, we just found out about this 8 minutes
We found out about it 8 minutes ago, and all you did was essentially, because here's the thing, not a lot going on in Elberton, Georgia. So this was
blow shit up. Yeah.
Well, no. But my point is, not a lot going on in Elberton, Georgia. This was a significant amount of money that brought people to this town to see these weird things.
Can I just say this, Rivers?
Yeah.
I appreciate that you're like Twitter's going crazy about it, but if you want to put your finger on the pulse of these motherfuckers, you need a Truth Social account.
Oh no, is it hopping off?
Oh well, let's just say the Positive Patriot on there.
Oh God, are you on Truth Social? Man, I need to get on there.
I mean, the same day, 2 tweets with a picture of it.
Two truths, Ben.
Two truths.
Two truths.
Georgia Guidestones are now completely removed. God wins.
Yep.
Right. And then same day, Georgia Guidestones turned into a pile of rubble. Jesus is king.
Yeah, which is funny because they've been there for 42 years, so it took God a long ass time to win. They were built in 1980.
Also, is exploded by a human being.
Right. Some guy.
It was Jesus.
Yeah, it was definitely Jesus
in the dead of night,
Republican Army
sneaking around with a sack full of dynamite.
Republican Army truth: explosion at Georgia Guidestones, aka Monument to the Devil, caught on video. Have you seen the video of it exploding?
Oh yeah, it's on the Wikipedia. We'll link it on our Twitter at the Goods Pod. I mean, they exploded the shit out of it. Make no mistake.
Just a bunch of fireworks.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Boom. I mean, yeah,
hey, fuck yeah, dude.
And to your point about it surviving a nuclear blast, it's like, well, if it couldn't survive fucking, Jed,
couldn't survive an M51 blast. Box.
I don't believe that guy did a good job.
You took out one section and then they demolished the others because they would have like fallen on people. So
also, Robert Bobby McNeely, who has a check mark next to his name, has already tweeted an acceptable replacement of the recently destroyed Georgia Guidestones. A giant bust
of Trump,
of Donald Trump that's in gold.
Yeah, because that's not a cult. That's not an insane cult that we're currently living in.
I mean, that would bring money into Alberton too, I imagine.
Yeah, you were going to say they were going to fall on people. What people?
People always go to this thing.
I bet they could deduce who did it, like out of 20 people who fucking live there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, and they apparently filmed the person leaving the scene.
BTW. This is Julian's rum. On Truth. BTW, the Georgia Guidestones, were 187 on the 187th day of the year.
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay.
Which, let me tell you, that means this person fucking did it, because who thinks like that?
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, they'll send a message to everybody, and then she was like, nobody's noticing that. 2 hours ago, she added that mistake.
187 that thing, dog.
187 on a motherfucking Georgia Guidestones.
Capped its ass, dude. Shit's been there for fucking like 300 months.
How could it have been there for 47 years if the Earth is only 32 years old?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Dude, think about how many months that is.
Months. It's been so
people used to go take pictures next to it. It had been there for months and months and months.
I heard the government's taking it to a safe place. They can find it. The Swahilis are out of trouble now. The Swahilis going to have trouble.
Yeah.
Up that one.
Yeah, they do.
What do people do after that? They were just like, well, the demon forces have been abolished. I guess let's have lunch.
Yeah.
Ain't shit else to do. Yeah, like what do you got? How are you going to celebrate?
Well, by tweeting and truthing.
Well,
there's fucking in the streets.
How is there not a counter conspiracy theory that's like it was done by the people who built it? The demon inside had finally fully matured, and they had to blow it up and let him out now.
Oh,
that's a good idea.
It's like the end of the ring. It's like the end of the ring. Where you're like it's over, and then you're like it's not over yet.
Yeah, they're making room for something to come out of the ground right there.
In 6 months.
I heard it done laid its eggs underneath there.
Demon Satan eggs.
That's the news from Elberton, Georgia. I'm sad. I never got to see the Guidestones. It was always on my list of things to do, but it's not near anything.
Life is short. River.
Are you really sad, River?
I am. I wanted to go. Do you think I'm not?
Did you shed tears?
I was a little miffed. Yeah, I was a little miffed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm the one lefty that actually gave a shit. I was like, damn it, I kind of wanted to see that.
Is it like the Berlin Wall? Can you buy pieces of it?
Ooh, Elberton should sell those at the Granite Museum. Yeah,
GDP went up by 300% last year. Crazy.
I've been to Georgia on a fast train, honey. I wasn't born no yesterday. Got a good Christian raising and 8th grade education. Ain't no meeting y'all treating me this way.
Can we talk about the news from Yellowstone?
Oh, please, yes.
I just discovered this right before it popped up on my phone. And this is the headline from NBC. Yellowstone bison goring incidents highlight America's decreasing awareness of nature.
Yeah.
There's been a goring pandemic.
Yeah. So people
highlights America's
Really highlights it.
First of all, have you been to Yellowstone? Have you been around?
I've never been to Yellowstone.
Okay, so there's bison fucking everywhere, and they're huge and terrifying. The fact that anybody would be like, I'm going to get close to this beast with a fucking with 2 horns the length of my arms.
I was going to say, it's nature correcting itself. It's like that.
Yeah,
those bison deserve to gore people.
Yeah. I've said this on the show many times. Anytime anybody, fucks around with, animals or anything like that, you absolutely deserve to get owned. And so, I feel nothing for these people.
Yeah, and they're being gored. I love the way that that verb has made its way back in. There's really only way to describe it.
It does sound like a Mortal Kombat fatality. It does.
My wife's sister is a LA firefighter. She's actually captain now, but when she was earlier, she worked, I think, as an EMT. And up in the hills around here, she got caught out for a couple of rattlesnake bites. And she also worked in an ambulance. And apparently she said that every rattlesnake bite she ever saw was on a male, and it was between the elbow and the hand.
Yeah, because they were trying to grab the fucking thing.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, no, that's
look. I love camping as much as the next guy. I do, but
yeah.
You understand the risk.
Yeah.
You'd be like, well, if a bear eats me, it's not like I wasn't asking for it.
Well, that's the thing.
I presented him a hot lunch.
Yeah,
it was inside a very soft shell.
Yeah. There are things you can do to not be attacked in the night by a bear. But let's say that happens to you. That's one thing. Okay, then I feel bad. That's a bad thing. That shouldn't have happened. You maybe left out a Zagnut wrapper and the bear smelt it. It might have been on you.
Zagnut.
I mean,
you may have left out a bunch of Acme bear traps too. And you're in your cartoon lifestyle.
Look, here's sleeping in a giant hammock between 2 trees.
Right. There's a feather going.
Yeah.
I mean, it's reverberating through the forest.
If you're camping, put your trash in a bear bag and don't take a shower at night. Take it in the morning because the bear like the smell of soap.
Take a shower? You're in the woods. You're supposed to go home smelling like shit.
You know what I mean? The point is, bears like that smell. They like that soap smell. Just there's things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Zagnuts are incredible.
Our bears overran the Zagnut Factory.
Yeah.
They can smell things thousands of miles away.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
You call the Zagnut factory and it's like a bear trying its best to be like, hello, this is a human.
It's like the last recorded phone call to 911. They're here. We knew they'd come. We knew they'd come.
Oh God, he's getting to the office. The line goes dead. Then it picks back up. It's like. What's going on at the Zagnut factory? The Zagnut. Wait, isn't that the candy bar in Men in Black?
The candy bar in Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. That's
Zagnut's delicious.
Zagnut. That's the last time I've seen a Zagnut. It's a film from 1989.
No, dude.
That reference threw me for a loop, man.
Well, listen, when I became aware, because if you don't know what a Zagnut is, so imagine the inside of a Butterfinger, right?
Okay.
That's that chewy, whatever that shit is, but instead of peanut butter, it's coconut, and there's no chocolate on it. That's a Zagnut. Big fan. But anyway, point is, if you get attacked in the middle of the night by a bear, you're not doing anything. Then I feel bad for you. If you fuck with an animal and it fucks your shit up, good. That is nature working how it should. Your line should not continue at that point.
That being said, I'm sure there's some story where these bison just
no, every one of
this guy.
no,
It's like almost somebody changed their tire out there in the park. About goes, fuck it.
every
He's just
goddamn
proposing to his girlfriend or something.
Having a hard
He's
day.
like, blah, like a fucking horn. Do bisons have horns?
yes, they have huge horns. That's what I'm saying. Every one of these stories.
Just talking. It's going to be in nature. Work's been rough lately.
Sarah, we've been together a long time, and I want to go. Oh, no! And the rings at the end of the thing, and it's like it tears them into two. She's like,
okay, if that happens, I feel bad. But
I didn't know Zagnut did it for the bisons too.
I just think we need to look. The military we need to carpet bomb just the fields of bison, and so humans can establish dominance over every creature.
you mean again? We need to carpet bomb the bison again.
Last time it wasn't about the bison; it was about killing.
It was about
food and
genocide,
right?
Other people. This time it's going to be about the bison.
yeah. This time,
We're killing all the stones and the scary animals.
Yeah.
We proved we could kill most of y'all.
Yeah. So every goddamn one of those stories, though, is a person being like, let me try to get a selfie with a fucking wild animal. And if a horn goes up your ass and you die because you were trying to get a selfie with a bison, fucking good. Absolutely good.
Dude, those pictures of like, this is the last picture this person took before they got mauled. You see like the shark just like right there with my eyes just completely black.
Yep.
Dude, I fucking love those pictures.
Yeah,
it
me
is
too.
fucking,
Yeah.
it is so grim, but holy shit, man.
Every time.
That's the thing about sharks is like the look on their face says this isn't about you.
No, it's not personal. It's not personal with sharks.
It could be anybody.
Yeah. With bison, it might be personal. It's like, hey, you're in my space, bro. Like,
It is.
yeah.
You go back home to your home in Schenectady, New York, and you look outside.
Yeah.
Bison peeks out behind a tree.
Well, read some of that story because I promise you, every one of them's like some asshole from the Netherlands being like, "Oh, look at it! Oh no!"
All right. First of all, before I read it, I want to say that this article follows one of my favorite American traditions.
Okay.
Which is trying to get Americans to understand something that's foreign and using football terms to do
Oh,
it.
good.
Okay.
Like when you watch the Olympics and they're like, that's 300 meters. That's like 7 football fields. You know? Everything's in football fields there. I don't know if that's an accurate measurement.
That's not at all.
So it says, after the... Thanks. Mathematician in here. That's great. How about this? How long are your sleeves? 0 inches.
He's the research man.
Yeah.
You can't sleeve this research, man. You got to be nimble. All right. So the guy writes this: as a resident Montanan, professional bison conservationist, and a neighbor of nearby Yellowstone National Park, I can understand why people feel the urge to touch these massive.
I don't
either.
I fucking have been around. I've been around some bison, and every time I am scared.
Yeah, they look scary.
They are big.
They're huge.
They're scary, and I want
Dude,
to be.
you put some bass in your voice though, they'll get on their haunches and let you pet their head.
Yeah, no, they won't. No, they fucking
I don't
won't.
know who the apex predator is.
Yeah, especially in a national park because guess what? They're around humans all the time, so they have zero fear of us.
If you yell, "I'm Corey, bitch," like it will get on its haunches and you can pet its head and feed it a carrot.
Most bisons have never met a true alpha.
There's a bunch of betas out there.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll read from this article.
Yes, please.
Just about the point that I enjoy. The average NFL lineman weighs around 310 pounds. And the league's fastest player has been clocked at about 23 miles per hour. So you're combining linemen and running backs.
Let me just say, the speed element to it might be necessary. Most Americans know what 300 pounds is like.
Yeah.
They're living that life.
Yeah.
Cousin.
Yeah, present company included at one time, 2004, height of my life.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah.
I've been there, buddy.
300, baby.
In comparison,
Height of my life.
a bison can weigh more than 2,000 pounds and run more than 35 miles per hour. But unlike in the NFL, there isn't a referee to blow a whistle when a bison feels threatened.
What?
They charge until the threat's been dismissed. So the
I
problem
love
is
this.
There's no commercial break when they're running for you.
we need referees. We need referees who, when the bison's coming out and blows the whistle, the bison stops.
Yeah.
And don't count on Shakira coming out for the halftime show because it's not happening.
I like that they think that football is what's going to bring people into this article and not blood and guts as the result of a bison horn.
Now, look, if Barry Sanders is speaking Wojciechowski from the Pittsburgh.
Imagine 25 Barry Sanderses coming at you with a fucking giant sword on its face.
Like even more technical with the football stuff. Like, let's imagine doing a fake option right with a screen pass. You understand what I'm saying? But it's a bear. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The linebacker catches your wide receiver just open. Just
Flays
no
it open.
chance. He's blind.
No,
My man's blind out there in the infield. You combine baseball shit in there too.
The broader problem may be that many of us no longer know how to relate to nature because we see ourselves as being outside of it. People are so used to experiencing wildlife through the lens of social media or a wildlife series that we've come to see ourselves solely as spectators rather than participants when we enter actual wild places. I love the way this guy takes a tragedy and goes, I'm going to make it boring.
Yeah.
Like opens up, it's like, oh, they're getting gored out there. And this guy goes, I believe the problem is that human disconnection from nature has made them unaware of the
No, shut up and tell me about the guy who got...
editorialize when you're talking about bison gore.
Tell me the guy who got mauled. I want to know.
When you choose to not respect the bison, bear, or moose's space to get that selfie for social media, it's not only disrespectful, it's dangerous.
Yes.
How are they in that fucking order?
Yeah.
How are they going to go, I know the things that probably would dissuade you if you realize how disrespectful it is to abide. Did you get it, for example, did you get
I
permission?
just don't want to be rude, so you know.
Yeah. Also, let's not leave the moose element of this untouched. Moose are vicious fucking killers. Truly one of the most dangerous animals on this continent.
Them and hippopotamuses. Why do they gotta be so goofy looking? They're all blubbery and you want to touch them.
Well,
I swam right up to one. Horrible idea.
I don't know if anybody watched that Prehistoric Planet documentary they just did with Richard Attenborough, but one of the cool things they did was when they talked about like long-necked dinosaurs, they always portray the plant eaters as these like docile animals. It's and their hypothesis with this documentary is like, no. Imagine a hippopotamus, and now imagine it's the height of a 3-story building. You know, you would have to be a predator to take that down.
Imagine if it was on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
And
the average NFL linebacker weighs 310 pounds. But this giant hippopotamus weighs 8,500 pounds.
But anyway, all that is to say, just because it's got flat teeth doesn't mean it won't fucking ruin your shit.
And it's not even like overly aggressive. It's like, imagine that you are a person and a fly lands on your hand. You swat the fly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is disrespectful to the fly.
It is. Yeah. The fly's trying to get a selfie with you and shit.
Dude, I have to say that like the animals versus animals thing, my son got like a pack of books like from, I don't know, they sent them out.
They were zoo books. Remember those?
No, it was one that was like Animal Royal Rumble. And I was like,
hell yeah.
Dope. And it was like sea creatures. And I was like, fuck yeah. And like on the cover, it had like a great white shark. And you were like, it's probably going to win.
Yeah.
Now imagine this brontosaurus is going to pitch a Hail Mary pass.
Dude, it starts off and it's just like, here are the 16 creatures. And you're like, tiger shark, great white shark, saltwater crocodile, stingray. And you're like, stingray? And it's like Portuguese man of war. And you're like, how's it even going to fight? Like,
those don't fight. They just sort of drift.
Yeah. And it goes, fact about the Portuguese man of war. It's actually a series of other organisms combined into one. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Is that all right? And then it was like, you think you know where it's going, right?
Yeah.
But it'd be like, round 1, tiger shark versus Portuguese man of war. And you're like, oh yeah, the one doesn't even have a spine. Like it's going to lose.
Yeah.
And then you're like, let's go. And you turn the page and it's like, oh, tiger shark got stuck in the Portuguese man of war's tentacles. It's dead.
Yeah.
And you're like, that is fucked up. That's statistically not what would have happened. And they go, it's a book. You can't change it. Who are you going to write to? Us? We wrote the book. Think we care? It would just be like that. It'd be like
swarm of bees versus an Ewok. Like one of those isn't real.
Oh, turns out the Ewok's allergic to bee stings. We had to get this
and then
one.
you dead, dude. You fucking dead, dude.
that's when you close the book, look at your son and go, it's time I taught you about Deadliest Warriors. And turn on the Spike TV app.
Why are we reading about this when we got to do it? Let's go to Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Land mammals.
Let's get to the gorings. What does it have to say about that?
I mean, speaking of disappointing things, it's just got rule of thumb. For those of you who may still be traveling to parks this year, I'm assuming they say still even after the gorings.
Yeah.
Here's a quick bison quote rule of thumb. If you outstretch your arm and hold up your thumb, you should be able to cover the entire silhouette of any bison in the vicinity. If not, you were too close.
What? So the kids in the hall thing? I squish your head. I squish your head.
Yeah.
No, it's nobody's home.
Yeah.
Nobody's home.
Yeah, nobody saw him. They can't see me. I'm hiding by
I'm
my
too
dog.
close to Carter right now.
Yeah.
So it says this rule
I
should
can
keep
get it right
visitors
there.
approximately 100 yards from a bison. And then it goes, a distance that the animal can cover in just under 6 seconds at 35 miles per hour. So it's like, is that really going to help me? But then it says, however, at this distance, the bison will most likely ignore you.
This guy, people going around just putting their thumbs right over their eyes, being like, I can't see it.
That's why I get for trusting the mainstream media.
yeah.
However, at this distance, the bison will most likely ignore you, preferring to attack a tasty patch of prairie grass instead.
Yeah.
Let me just say, as he writes it, I just imagine the bison just shoving its horn into that patch of prairie grass. Fuck this patch of grass.
Yeah. I like that. So you're reading that from NBC News.
This is from the mainstream media.
That's the soft ass liberal media. Now,
Lamestream media.
Now,
I
meanwhile,
call
CowboyStateDaily.com headline from yesterday:
it. Cowboy Daily News.
two dozen morons.
Does every story on that site go, well, I reckon? Is that how
Well,
they start?
I recked old Joe Biden's at it again. No, the
I ain't gonna lie to you. People getting attacked by bison these days.
you won't believe what happened over in yon thicket.
Another liberal got too close to a bison. Yep, disrespected it.
Literally,
Sounds about right.
literally, their headline says 24 morons walk within feet of bison. Yellowstone officials shake their head. So,
Yellowstone officials, SMDA.
Yellowstone is SMTH.
That's actually what the official Yellowstone account tweeted.
Yeah.
Bison says GTFO.
Honestly, if the bison's so good, how did it only get one? There were 24.
Yeah, right.
24 are so fucking good.
This isn't like
One of
this
us-
Italian hitman bison. This is just an average run-of-the-mill scared bison. being like,
Got one of them, went back to attacking that patch of tasty grass.
And there is a video, we'll put this on
Oh,
our
no.
Twitter, of just fucking like a dozen people getting within 10 feet of an American buffalo.
Many of them are children.
Yeah. So, you know what?
It's a homeschool group.
Yeah, this buffalo didn't fuck them up, but it should have.
They're next to that
In Rivers'
geyser.
opinion, these children should be dead.
Yes,
Those kids-
they should. Yes, they should, because they come from parents who are
Oh.
telling them that this is cool. It's
That
like
might
your
not-
your
that
whole line needs to end.
It probably isn't a wild buffalo. Let's be
What?
honest.
It's in Yellowstone. They're all wild buffaloes, man.
I think they released a couple of tame ones. In there. Like
Yeah.
somebody
No.
got it as a pet when it was little.
Yeah.
It's probably like an animatronic one where there's just two guys in there, you know?
Yeah, it's Ace Ventura. He pops
Yeah.
out its ass at the
Carter,
end.
do you think that animatronics have people inside of them?
Oh my God,
Like,
I'm
do
an
you think
idiot.
Chuck E. Cheese, every day some guy came and like unhinged the gut and like popped inside and
Well,
was
like, I mean, like Ace Ventura, when it has like a robot head and there's two guys working the controls, and then like I said, they jump out of the asshole at the end.
He's thinking more of like a movie monster.
Yeah,
sort of
movie monster thing.
situation.
Animatronic is I know what that means.
Yeah,
Guy lost his job in the pandemic.
Yeah,
I got nothing left in my life.
Saddest thing I saw in the pandemic was Chuck E. Cheese trying to sell pizza to go.
That was bad.
jeez.
That was bad.
Take it home with you.
Hooters was another sad. Let us deliver your wings type of place.
Oh, really?
Hey,
Oh, boy.
Hey, y'all's delivery drivers got titties?
No,
Yeah, yeah, I do.
just in the last month, a 25-year-old woman, a 34-year-old man, and a 71-year-old woman have all been gored by buffalo.
71-year-old
71?
woman?
71. It's like the phrase "old enough to know better" comes to mind.
Well, that's all of them.
Yeah, I mean, yes, yeah. Especially with her though, 71 years on this planet, you haven't figured this out.
71, like this is like she's like, I'm going out like this.
Yeah, now if that's the
Yeah.
case, suicide by buffalo.
Sounds like a terrible plan though.
It's an awful way to go.
Just got fucking gored. That's all he did. He just gored me.
I laid on the ground with both internal and external bleeding.
I imagine he'd start making love to me out there. As soon as he was finished, I'd roll over and look at him, and he'd just gore me like he does that tasty patch of grass.
71 makes me think of like that. I know it's not that old, but it's like that lady from Titanic. Like at the beginning, she's
got
like
the-
wearing this flowy white dress, and she's out there.
with the heart of the ocean in her hands.
Yeah.
She's gonna throw it into a hot spring and then
Hey, y'all, I've been waiting Grandma's going to give us that inheritance, and
Just gets thrown out of a van towards the bison.
she's been wanting to get out of the home, and I've been wanting to go out west, and I've got a plan that can make everybody happy. All right, let's go. You still got them Zagnuts? All right, let's get them in the car. They worked for the Bears for Grandpa. Let's get them in the car.
Doesn't feel like we're on the way to the museum.
Push her out. Oh, Grandma's trying to fuck the buffalo.
Where are you taking me?
To see a horse, Grandma.
I've seen a horse. Damn your eyes.
This horse has horns. Is it 1953? Yes, it is.
I saw Gary Cooper in the flesh.
Your grandpa
That was
used
a
to
stallion of a man. Why are you opening the door?
They just reach down and unlock the bolt that holds the wheels down on the chair.
You'll never get my money.
They just open the back of the minivan. She rolls out like in a Fast and the Furious picture.
I hate Montana.
She veers off to the right, going down a trail, hitting bumps, landing them. Buffalo just takes off after her. Been waiting for you.
Oh, God.
I don't know if the gorings were fatal gorings.
All those people
Oh,
lived,
sure.
which
okay.
I don't know the life.
You'll never get my money, you fuckers.
She just they're at the hotel. And they look outside and they see her wheeling in. One tire's off. She's pushing to the other side with both arms. I told you can't kill me.
Naked gun situation that like airlifting her out, like your head keeps getting hit again, like she keeps getting gored every time, like it swings toward her.
You were supposed to be dead.
You'll never get my $3,000.
It's in crypto. Try getting it.
No more buffalo. Blue skies are open road. No more rodeo. No more noise. Take this Cadillac. Park it out and back. Mama's calling. Put away the toys.
I got one more story I wanted to cover. This is from Jacksonville.com.
Hell yeah. I don't care which Jacksonville it is.
It's like a Springfield situation. There's a bunch of Jacksonville.
I'm going to go ahead and say you will be able to guess pretty quickly which one it might be.
Jacksonville.
Yes, indeed. The one with the football team there. So this is we've covered a couple of these on the show before. I always enjoy people pouring their heart out at the end of someone's life. This is an obituary. Those obituaries, even if the person is a real shithead, a lot of times, people will write as nice as they can possibly write about them.
The one who drove
he had a nice car.
Yeah.
threw the short straw in the family and was like, fuck, okay.
Yeah. Well, so
He enjoyed Coca-Cola.
There's a lot of facts in there. He was born in Jacksonville in 1934. He
so
then moved to North Jacksonville in 1934. I got my word count yet?
the son of this guy pulled no such punches. This guy,
nice.
Boy, his son really hated this guy. This was written by Lawrence H. Pfaff Sr. P-F-A-F-F. Pfaff. Larry Pfaff. Larry Pfaff Sr. This was written by Larry Pfaff Jr. Lawrence H. Pfaff Sr. was born in Belmont, New York on April 16th, 1941. He passed away on June 27th, leaving a long life, much longer than he deserved.
Wow.
What an intro. He is survived by his 3 children. No, 4. Oops, 5 children. Well, as of 2022, we believe there is one more that we know about, but there could be more. His love was abundant when it came to himself.
Oh, it was abundant.
Yeah.
When it came to himself, but for his children, it was limited. From a young age,
I think it's fair to say it's like we don't even know if some of them exist. So.
This reminds me of, this is the writing version of, I don't know if you remember that story we covered during the Corona Diaries where during a funeral, a guy rose from the funeral and walked over to the grave and began firing into the grave and being like, you piece of shit, and like shooting the coffin a bunch.
I don't. That sounds delightful.
It was gnarly. But
I wanted to shoot somebody.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Doing it. Just like,
I mean, who are you hurting at that point?
yeah, well, they arrested him, and I was like, "What's the big deal?"
somebody was dead.
Yeah. So this is like, scorched earth version of that, but in the newspaper. So from a young age, he was a ladies' man and an abusive alcoholic, solidifying his commitment to both with the path of destruction that he left behind, damaging his children and leaving them broken. This is ooh.
Well, at least one of them learned how to read and write.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah.
That's quite the way with words.
Lawrence Sr.'s hobbies included abusing his wife and children.
That's a
Jesus. Yeah, that's what I like that he called it a hobby.
He must have spent a lot of time crafting and perfecting.
Yeah. It's like building Pinewood Derby cars. You gotta have some
We got him
practice.
to checkers for a while. It was a good couple of months.
Yeah. He loved to start projects, but never followed through on any of them. He enjoyed the life of a barfly for many years and had a quaint little living space studio above his favorite hole-in-the-wall club, Nashville, which I guess is a bar in Jacksonville.
That's great.
I'm
Quaint,
sure it's
by the way. Describe it as quaint.
Yeah.
The nicest word I've heard used in this entire thing.
Lawrence Sr. spent over 20 years in the NYPD, but even his time in service was negligent at best. Because of his alcohol addiction, his commanding officer took away his gun and badge, replacing them with a broom until he could get his act together.
Whoa.
So
Who's this written by again?
his son. Yeah.
Nice.
Just fuck you, Dad.
Oh my God.
When the New York City Police Department goes, look, we can't let you have a gun.
Yeah, when the NYPD says you're a dangerous alcoholic, then
I also like the way they go, we're not going to fire you, though. We're going to keep you around.
Also-
if you could just get it back to like kind of blackout level.
yeah, then we can put you behind the wheel.
It's good to know that cops have always been abusive towards their wives and children.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
That's not a new thing.
No.
Yeah, that seems like they're keeping that tradition strong, being a piece of shit that they are.
Lawrence Sr. did claim to be clean and sober for over 30 years, but never worked any of the 12 steps, including the 8th and 9th step with his children making amends. He possesses no redeeming qualities for his children, including the ones he knew and the ones he knew about.
Wait, did you say he sobered up?
That's what he claims. But this guy's basically being like, yeah, but you didn't say you were sorry for being a piece of shit to me, Dad.
He's like, I'm trying to. I was just trying to tell you about how I'd been sober for 30 years just so we could have a relationship again. He's like, wrong words, Dad. That's all I'm hearing from you. Get out of here. Taking you to Yellowstone.
Here's the...
You're going to take a tumble down the Yellowstone Hill.
Yeah.
What's that? Where's Grandma? Well, let's go find her.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, go pet that cougar for me.
Here's a Zagnut. We're going camp.
Oh, jeez, if it'll go viral.
I'm so glad I sobered up so we could have this time together.
Oh, no!
Me too, you son of a bitch.
This is the last part here. It will be challenging to miss Lawrence Sr. because he was narcissistic and was incapable in love.
Oh, boy.
Lawrence Sr.'s passing proves that evil does eventually die. And it marks the time of healing, which will allow us, his children, the closure that we deserve. Lawrence Sr. can be remembered for being a father.
Other families on this obituary page were like, you to maybe save a little bit of it for some of us. You know what I mean?
The last line: Lawrence Sr. can be remembered for being a father to many and a dad to none. So
this is great. I like the way they're like, there's other kids out there, and somebody does like their 23andMe, they get the results back. They're like, oh my God, my dad's not my real dad. They got to find out who it is.
Yeah, and then you look him up.
They get the name and they just Google it. They type it in.
Lawrence
They're like,
Pfaff.
oh, he's dead. Let's read it, and then they read it, and they're like, well, it's also hard for me to miss him because I never knew him before.
Like, wow, I kind of dodged a bullet here. Actually, it turns out.
Yeah, having Larry Pfaff be your dad. Yeah.
Apparently, Larry Pfaff Sr. sucked.
The guy just goes out to his gravestone and goes, "Daddy, get up! Beat me too, Daddy! Beat me too! Beat me, Daddy! Beat me with the broom they gave you, Daddy! Beat me with the broom."
But if anything could come from this, the advice I gave last segment: don't fuck with wild animals. For this segment, write your own obituary. Go ahead, write it.
Larry Pfaff was an upstanding member of
Larry
the community.
Pfaff was a fucking baller,
He had a taste
bro.
for fine wines.
Nah, man, I'm gonna get this guy to write my obituary.
Yeah,
that sounds
actually,
awesome.
that's great. Yeah, just tear me apart. Yeah.
Oh, you think you're ripping your dad apart? part, he sounded really cool in that obituary you wrote about him.
Roastmaster General of writing obituaries.
Just a jealous hater. The dad was probably great.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
you
when the
could
dad
tell.
didn't want to clean up diapers and cook food?
That guy sounds cool. He
Sounds
wanted-
like someone didn't make it through the academy.
yeah, sounds like somebody didn't get taken down to the Nashville enough.
His loves were booze and Corey and not me.
Motherfucker had a quaint apartment
Yeah,
above the Nashville.
above the Nashville. Well, anyway, see you later, Larry Pfaff, you piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck you. Let's go piss on his
That's
grave.
what you get for trying to sober up and form a relationship with us. He didn't even go through the step program. He
It
just
sounds
got sober
like
on his own.
It sounds like he sobered up and then was just like, you know what? I got sober and realized I still hate all my families and kids.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Fuck
I'm not
y'all.
gonna stop ruling.
I'm going to the Nashville.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop ruling just because these motherfuckers. He sobered up, stopped drinking, got on heroin. It was,
Yeah, they
that's
call
when he started stealing from us. That was-
they call that Florida sober. I don't do any drugs except for heroin.
what's that like leaf stevia? What is it?
Kratom?
Kratom.
Go Kratom.
Yeah, yeah.
Kratom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been funnier if I knew what it was.
There's a new
instead of being like, "Hey, what was it called?" I could start over. What if it was with Kratom?
there's a new Kava/Kratom coffee shop sort of thing
Oh, okay.
next to Eno Vino, a comedy venue in Atwater Village.
Yeah.
And the owners seem to just hang out front and just smoke mad weed all day. They're all in like their 20s or early 30s.
How could this business fail?
You're not supposed to use. Dealer's not supposed to use.
You know, it failed in this building before was actual Starbucks.
Yeah. Real Starbucks used to be there. The older I get, the more astonished I am at how seemingly easy it is to start a business. Because there's just so many, just in our neighborhood, where you're like, how is this open? There's no customers ever.
You got that rent? No question.
That's what I mean.
They're
Yeah.
getting all the comics hooked on Kratom now. I swear to God, everybody,
it's
people are
working.
being like, "Yeah, I've started taking Kratom like every time I'm at Eno Vino."
You ever done Kratom?
No,
I have.
Yeah. What's the report?
I don't get it.
No.
It's I don't know. I guess it's supposed to make you feel high,
it is.
but it just doesn't really.
Did you
Okay.
maybe didn't do enough?
Maybe
Do it again for the podcast.
I did it. It was like it was so fucking gross. It was like they got like these like it was like a jar of it.
Oh yeah.
And they like my buddies were like, you got to drink milk with it. That like activates it. And it's like eating yard trimmings. Like it's
just-
so fucking gross. And I didn't get anything out of it. So I don't understand the kratom.
I've
phase or
heard
kratom
the
phase.
pills are a better way to take it.
Yeah.
I think that ship sailed for me.
Carter, you can't. Unless you haven't noticed, this is clearly the shop is a new sponsor of this podcast. You can't shit on it. All right?
I mean, it's good, and everyone should use it, and it makes you smart.
Pills are better. Those guys hang outside smoking it all the time. They seem super awesome.
Yeah. They're just about chilling, you
Wearing
know.
Gucci and shit.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
Hell yeah.
Boy, what a joker, what a funny, funny guy. I'll never forget about Larry, no matter how I try.
Fellas, we have time for just one more segment.
What's that, Rivers? What are you talking about?
Well,
I don't remember there being another segment on this.
Sam Carter been in this one. This is our what we call the Jam of the Week.
Oh yeah.
And of course, this is Hank Williams Jr.
Oh man.
with A Country Boy Can Survive.
The time and Mississippi River she's going dry. Oh yeah, dude.
You know this song?
Fuck yes, I know this song.
Oh yeah, you worked at a bar in Nashville. Of course you know this
No,
song.
I knew this song well before that.
Yeah.
dude.
What's your history with this one?
With Hank Williams Jr. in general?
Yeah, well, with this song, you know.
Oh man, I mean, like my brother loves Hank Williams Jr.
Oh, okay.
and he
All
put
right.
it on a bunch of like
Mixed CDs for
mixed CDs and stuff, and then me and my friends would listen to it ironically.
you.
And being like, isn't it ridiculous? And then we started listening to some of it. I was like, is that pretty? I mean, he has the dumbest sentiments in all of his songs.
Oh yeah.
But like, there's this one song called Dinosaur that is
Oh yeah.
so stupid.
Yeah, and homophobic.
And very homophobic.
Yeah.
But there's this record called Hank Williams Jr. and Friends where he covers a bunch of Marshall Tucker. Whenever he doesn't write lyrics, it's generally okay. Like he wrote this, like he does all these Marshall Tucker covers, and they're fucking great.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, this I've been drunk to this song like a million fucking times.
Okay,
Hell
yeah. Yeah, this is actually our second Hank Williams Jr. Carter and I did Corona Diaries episode 108. We did Family Tradition over the phone when I was in Alabama during that time. But now we're all here, and The Pressure Is On, which is the name of this album from 1981.
Big dog boys and no shotgun.
Can I say that, like, where I'm from, like, you know, in the country?
Yeah, sure.
If there was a guy, like, if you had a guitar, and there was a guy who was like between 30 and 40, who had like had a guitar for a couple months, and learned a song. It was this song.
It was this one.
Yeah.
This was the Wonderwall of where you're from.
If you learned
Sure
the
Yeah, well, they never knew that part. They'd be like, country boy can't survive.
yeah, country
Little-
boy
little bit
can't.
off.
Country boy, fuck. Country boy. Hold on, shit. Country boy.
What is that? Hey, is that A minor or is it an E minor?
Oh yeah, I put the one finger there, and you do it on the third one.
Yeah. This song, by the way, 129 million views on YouTube and 28,024 comments. And baby, I got the best. Let's go down.
Did you comb through all of them?
Oh, I may have. Let's come down into.
Rivers has brain disease.
Oh, I do. And I was up late doing it too. I was greeting the midnight hour with these juicy comments. First up, Into the Void from 3 years ago. You can take my electric tech, all of it, the cars too, and the gas, all that stuff. And then I'd have chickens running around.
Gas, the electric tech known as gasoline.
This dude's a steampunk.
He says, I'd have chickens running around. I'd rip up the grass at this wicked condo that my wife put me in, and I'd put in a garden. I'd shoot me a buck with my Horton crossbow, and I'd smash my wife's TV, and I'd get her a potbelly stove, and I'd start living again. And I'd have a music to play because I play acoustic anyway. Damn, I like this song.
I love it.
Damn,
By the way,
what a
in
drunk
this scenario,
maniac.
the electricity's already gone. This guy still goes inside and smashes his wife's TV. Because I don't want you to remember being happy in front of this thing.
Yeah, it's an empty gesture at this point. Yeah.
I also like the way this guy's basically written a Declaration of Independence.
Oh, he's got his own,
This
yeah.
is not on that comment. I guarantee you is not only just on that video.
Oh, yeah. It's everywhere. It's across the
There's
internet.
this weird conservative movement now of guys who act like they could live off the land.
Oh, that is most of these.
It's like it's a weird thing that they've started doing. Where like, I can shoot a fucking deer. That means I could live off the land. And it's like, no, you don't understand how you have to have water.
Yeah.
You have to have water,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, pure water.
Can't just drink deer blood. Next up, John Doe from 10 months ago. I'm here to tell all about that. Yeah, know how it is. Goddamn lying-ass politicians. Sorry, sons of bitches. Bastards. Hell with it. Hell, I'm a few bastards, son of bitch by birth. Eat it. Suck on it. don't rightly give a rat's damn.
Can I read this along? It sounds like you're making this up.
He's not.
Eat it. Suck on it. Don't rightly give a big rat's damn rotten ass. Smoke on that, you goddamn pipe. Uncle B. Sam, stick it.
Uncle B. Sam.
One of those. We call that on Twitter. That's a subtweet where you write a message about someone but don't say who it is.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
well,
a IRL subtweet on YouTube.
I love the way that guy probably was just playing this video and accidentally in his pocket clicked comments and then clicked the voice. The
Yeah.
text thing.
That's just what he
That's
was
just
yelling
what he
at the
says.
screen.
He just goes to his shed, puts this on, listens to it, and just yells.
Uncle B. Sam.
Sandy Nicholas from 6 days ago. You know, for the longest time, I swore I was going to move to Montana to be with Hank Jr. and work at that cafe of his. And I hope to
He has a cafe?
Apparently, he's got a cafe in Montana. That's how she spelled it. And I hope to the sweet Lord above, amen, that he would marry me just because, no, not that, but the songs. The Voice.
Yeah.
It's
What was that?
Sandy's horny for Junie.
Not just
She
the
said not that. I'm assuming it was the song when she said that.
It was the sweet dick.
Yeah, I think, that's what I mean, that is the implication.
Or fame and money, but I'm going sweet dick.
Yeah.
It's the sweet dick.
What if she was one of the ones who was Gordon Yellowstone? She finally made the dream come true. 71 years old, made it out there.
Heather Driver from 2 years ago. I knew a man who almost beat a man to death with a frozen squirrel.
What?
Tell me country folks can't survive. Thank God for mercy and grace through the stripes of Jesus.
The stripes of Jesus.
That's I looked that up, and it's the lash marks across the back of Christ is referred to as the stripes of Jesus, because I was set to make fun of it too, but then I got religion, Carter.
I see.
The stripes. But let's get back to the frozen squirrel.
Right.
Because I was like, that's ridiculous. So I typed in frozen squirrel into Google.
I mean, that squirrel's got to be pretty fucking frozen.
This is from the Associated Press. December 16th, 1991. Man suspected of hitting wife with frozen squirrel. Sacramento, a 26-year-old man had been arguing with his wife early Monday morning, and he walked into the kitchen and took several frozen squirrels from the freezer. The woman told police that when she walked into the room, her husband swung the squirrels at her and struck her in the head. While trying to dodge the squirrels, she fell and received a 1-inch cut above her eye, and the guy was booked, and police could not immediately say why the squirrels were in the freezer.
Well, can I tell you this? I know what the fight was about.
I know. Yes.
You want these fucking squirrels out of the freezer? Fine.
Yeah, Claude, you take those goddamn nasty squirrels out of my freezer.
Claude.
Fuck you, bitch.
Just put them in your heart. Put them in your heart. Color in there anyway.
Claude. Why do I know to put the squirrel in the freezer? I am from France.
France.
Listen to Country Boy Can Survive. This guy is like, he's put them in there because he's like, this is how we're going to survive. All right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, when everything goes to hell, we're going to throw out these
frozen
squirrels.
Yeah.
And then good eats.
Stephen
Breeding together.
Stephen Tollefson from 3 years ago. We call our ladies beauties, country cuties, not derogatory bitches. Because if you do that, now you're putting it in their minds that they have to be a bitch instead of being treated like a delicate flower.
Wow.
Country cuties.
I would.
People live up to or down to the expectations you set for them.
But he's not done. In life, we like to shoot guns, but not at our friends. We work hard all day while you think of easy money. You play tricks on mines and stab each other in the back while we might wrestle and drink a beer or two, but we already forgot how these grass stains came.
Well, those aren't grass stains.
I mean, I just like that
They're on
he's
the back of my pants.
He's taking a real John Cougar Mellencamp approach to this. So.
Hey, country cutie, want to watch me and Leroy wrestle?
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's suggesting.
We might wrestle sometime.
I mean,
We ain't gay.
here's
I just like that all this stuff is like, man, all you need is to be out in an open field talking to a little country cutie. It's like you're engaging with technology. You commented on YouTube.
You live
to say
in a
this.
fucking double wide that
Yeah.
was driven out there. No offense. I'm not saying it's bad you live in a trailer, but quit acting like you're some hard ass.
Yeah.
Mike Palmer from 2 weeks ago. I still remember Miss Betty Grantham putting the dollar coins in my cornbread for when I took a bite. I'm just not sure if she was trying to choke me or hook me up. I will never forget Cheryl and Chris Bennett. They had a damn 10-speed at their house, and I'm like, Chris, it's a damn dirt road. You can't use the 10-speed here. They had a trailer, not a house. We wore that damn slip and slide out every year. Udell Grantham loved gizzards. He got his gizzards at the gas station on the same road by Pinky's. That led to the railroad tracks. Pinky's had arcades, pool tables. Pinky's also sat behind a watering hole where a kid drowned. Pinky's is not there anymore. Little bit worked at the gas station that made cheeseburgers in 1987. Huh? Fact check that shit. I once knew a guy named Billy. Me and Billy was kickboxing, and I threw a kick, and he caught it, and I did a jumping roundhouse and caught my heel in his jaw, and he started to bleed. We were kids. I felt so bad, but he probably wants to kick my ass. The movies we watched, Next of Kin, Hulk Hogan, WCW and WWF, Roadhouse, Rhonda Shear, Up All Night, USA Network. Huh? We stayed up all night to watch Rhonda and her big breasts. and independent movies.
Independent movies?
I think
Like Miramax? Yeah, indie flicks. Like Steven Soderbergh. And like it takes a detour into loving indie movies. Ron and her big breasts.
This guy's writing on A Country Boy Can't Survive, and then he goes, a boy drowned in the pond outside.
Yeah.
Like, not
It's
all
so
country boys
fucking
can
great.
survive. It's in the middle.
He was one of those
should teach him how to swim.
nerds
You
playing
can't swim
video games at Pinky's. He tried to be a country boy, didn't work out for
We
him.
heard the boy screaming out there, but we was on level 37 on Pac-Man.
We don't play that Miss Pac-Man bullshit.
OG Pac-Man.
got a couple more here. Follow Jesus from 4 years ago. In the country, you can shoot a shotgun at midnight, chase raccoons in the dark, eat your own food. Your loyal dog is always there. You can pee out your back door. Your kids have a field to run in. You can chop a car in half. You can eat fresh eggs, ride a horse, wear dirty pants, go to the fair, the rodeo, the mud race, the tractor pull, toss your wife in the hay, watch the outdoor cats catch all the mice, and wear a cool hat. Plus 1,000 more awesome things.
Can't wear a cool hat in the city.
No. Also, I like the toss your wife in the hay. You can have
and cut
sex
a
on
car
straw.
hat?
Yeah, it's just randomly in there. I love that. It's such a surreal.
That sounds like someone who's
depiction.
never been out to the country.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
like,
Yeah, it sounds like somebody who like lives out kind of in the country, and his wife made him go to the city for a weekend for something.
right. Yeah.
He's just like, what? I can't cut a car in half in here? I got to put on clean pants? Can't wear this hat in there?
Can't go hunting at midnight. The least safe time to hunt with a gun at midnight.
Raccoons in the city chase you.
Yeah.
You're going to blow the person who's peeing out the back door's dick off.
Yeah, your back door, it's a hallway because it's a hotel. What the fuck is this place?
He can't climb a tree and make a nest. Lay some eggs. You can be out there. You don't have to wear a shirt.
Fend off snakes from eating the eggs in your nest.
You can eat breakfast for dinner.
You can wear shoes on your head. And
You
shirt
wear
on your
shoes
feet.
on your hands, and then you can wear a wristwatch on your foot and be like, I'm upside down, man. I'm in the woods. No one gives a shit. Okay?
You can rig up a series of sausages to lines and play them at your dad. That's right. The country is Freddy Got Fingered.
I do like the people who get mad while listening to this song.
Oh yeah. Kip Myers from 11 months ago. There's a lot to be said in this song that can help a man as we face uncertain times. Ladies, if you can find one, my wife is from Phoenix, and she is amazed that I can fix anything and kill and catch food. My wine, moonshine, and one day when there is no Walmart, you will wish that you would have met one. Global warming.
Walmart?
I think he means a man like him.
You would have wished you met a Walmart. They treat you with respect in there.
That old man waves hi to me on the way in. He's the only person that likes me. Global warming? We ready. We got beans and taters on a wood stove. Boats ready. Saws ready. Good luck when the Bible plays out. And young men, listen to this song. If you're unsure, take your clothes off. Stand in a mirror. You'll figure it out. And now here's the weirdest. This might be the weirdest line I've ever read.
I'm ready for it after that last one.
We came from a time when your barbecue gun was your paintball gun and a bike helmet was your skull.
Wait, what?
I want that on a shirt. We came from the time when your barbecue gun was your paintball gun and a bike helmet was your skull.
What's a barbecue gun?
I don't know.
Maybe he was saying grill.
I don't know. It makes zero
Even
fucking
if it's
sense.
grill, it makes no
We
sense.
came from a time when your potato fingers were your hair shirt. And then other times you would have pants on, and then other times not so much.
That's the thing. It's like a continuation of the last one because it's like a list of surreal things that supposedly happen in the country. Like, oh, I got a barbecue gun. And you're like, yeah, okay.
We live in a time where a barbecue gun used to be the same thing as your handgun.
Come from a time when your cell phone used to be a gun too. You want to call somebody, you fire it in the air, hope it don't come down on top of them.
The best part about the guys who want to live in the country is they're leaving comments on YouTube because they have no one to talk to.
Yep.
Yeah.
The best part of the country. Being alone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stream this
which
to
they
the
can't,
YouTube.
which they can't embrace.
Yeah.
And finally, Bitchy Bitch from 3 years ago.
Oh, my ex-wife.
No. You just shot her with a barbecue gun.
I wonder if you got that. I tried to get that actual.
I was born in New York City, but I lived half my childhood in Arizona and the other half in Fayetteville, Arkansas, on a chicken farm. I relate so much to this song. Country life is 100% American freedom at its best. The Men in Black used to go out in the middle of nowhere and try to destroy our garden.
You remember that documentary, that 1997 documentary, Men in Black?
Remember times I had to shoot Will Smith off my garden patch out there?
Y'all get on out of here. I'm going to keep my memories. How many times you go? You going to get off my land now?
The Men in Black used to go out in the middle of
no alien bug man. You get on.
I'm not wearing a skin suit. Yeah, she says,
Out here, our barbecue guns are shrimp helmets. You understand? Now you get.
We get weird out here, man. The Men in Black.
Our pants are hats. You get me? I want to keep my memories.
You can't take them. Don't give me that flashbulb gun.
They'd run off with mama's potatoes and daddy's memory every single time. That's why he couldn't remember nothing.
Let me tell you something, man. My breakfast burrito time machine ain't going to fucking break on you now. You know, you get. I don't want no bug man out here.
It says the Men in Black used to go out in the middle of nowhere to destroy our garden chicken pen for family chickens and shut down the well house. I'd come at them with my shotgun. They couldn't get me to fill out an application for food stamps, so they called the police on me. They knew they had no business telling us what we can and can't do. This song describes what true American life used to be. The city is filthy, dirty.
Okay, so this was a situation where adult protective services were obviously called.
Yes,
Crazy
I know. When I read Men in Black, I was so excited because I was like, oh, the guys who don't want you to remember? Yeah, that's hilarious. And then you come to find out she's referring to Child Protective Services or adult services as the Men in Black.
And they're like, look, you can't feed yourself. You're eating fucked up onions with cat shit from your own garden. You need to sign up for food stamps. No, I will not.
And then
I will not.
Get off my land, Tommy Lee Jones.
What you talking about? Them steak apples.
Either that, or there's a guy who signed up for the FBI. Got in, and they go, you're going to Arkansas. And we'll tell you your orders when you get there.
Yeah.
In Arkansas, he goes, what could this be? He opens up the envelope and he goes, go rip the side off that chicken cage again, boy.
Yeah.
Again? Go steal some taters.
And that is Hank Williams Jr. with A Country Boy Can't Survive from 1981. Our jam of the week.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Country boy can't.
Oh, the country where it never stops being surreal.
I like to go shoot 1,000 rounds about every Friday back into a woods. I can't see where they go, really, but I assume it's all cool.
Well, what's it like living in the country? Have you ever been to the Salvador Dali Museum? It's
You
like
got nipples on your toes.
The barber's ice cream sign is dripping off the edge of the supermarket, and there's some sort of thing shaped like a pink liver doing whirly birds in my field. The country's fucking crazy. Anyway, hold my barbecue gun.
You don't gotta wear a shirt.
Let's wrestle.
You don't gotta wear a shirt. You don't gotta wear socks.
Chase raccoons in the dark.
And you can eat a football helicopter.
It makes sense. No, I won't have food stamps.
The Men in Black gonna get me.
The Men in Black. Oh no, wait. This is not the regular Men in Black. This is Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. I don't like you.
Oh man, why don't you just call yourself Men in Black 4, man? Why you gotta have a new title, man?
My daddy made me hide under the stairs for 4 years for the Men in Black couldn't find me.
I threw the sugar on him.
Oh fuck. Dr. Ben, where can people find you online?
You find me at Sawyer Comedy for my comedy. You can find The Road to Now, my podcast that I do with Bob Crawford.
Ken Burns' favorite podcast, y'all.
It was
literally
staggering. Yeah. It's great, man.
That's fucking awesome.
Got some cool new episodes coming up. So check it out.
Yeah,
Recently
definitely.
We've done one on referenda, like how they work, which is pretty
Okay,
awesome.
yeah.
I know they're like this guy. I'm like, no, I have two personas. That's my Twitter account. But we've done some cool ones on Russia because that's my specialty. If you're interested in like kind of
there's been no news there, so probably
we forgot
not a
about
whole
that.
lot to talk about there.
No, we forgot about that for a while.
Yeah,
you know?
okay, yeah.
It's still happening.
Yeah, it's still going on.
We're sorry to lower your pedigree.
I know.
On the show.
All right. I love this. This is great.
Carter, where can people find you online?
Carter_Glasscock on Twitter and Instagram. And I started a TikTok, but I didn't put anything on it.
Oh,
yet.
hey, me too.
Yeah, okay.
Well, now you can say I was there before he blew up.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
This was the beginning. Sam, where can people find you?
On Twitter, they can find me at Slam Harder. On Instagram, they can find me at slam.harder. On Instagram, you can also find me at Sam Harder 666 because I did get my other Instagram account back after the first one got hacked.
So now you got a double barrel barbecue gun.
And I post different things on them. So now if you have to ignore me, you have to ignore 2 accounts.
That's right. Yeah.
Or if you want more, you got to follow both accounts.
Oh, man. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. And I wanted to shout out our friend at Hobo Eddie for sending me, for my birthday, Mike Lindell's book, What Are the Odds? From Crack Addict to CEO.
Oh, wow.
That has a hologram all the way around the book where he has a picture of him as a crackhead and then as an asshole.
He just looks older as a crackhead.
I know, yeah. He somehow looks better now as, not on crack. But anyway, I'm going to be reading that and giving some little book reports on the show as I go along. As I mentioned with Mike Lindell, he claims to have had 14 near-death experiences, but only 6 are available publicly. I got to read this book to find out the other ones. So the other 8.
Bison gores. Probably.
Yeah, bison. He got gored by a bison for sure.
He wants to write a sequel. I'm gonna need some more near-death experiences.
Yeah. So stay tuned for reports on what's happening with the psychotic ass My Pillow guy.
How many of them involve crack cocaine heart attacks?
Well, the one.
Ooh, I bet quite a few.
The one we talked.
Mustache says he's had heart attacks.
The one we talked about.
Looks like one of the Polish sausage, like the Bears guys on SNL.
Oh yeah, he sounds like it too.
Oh, he does.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Botched assassination attempt. They tried to kill one of them and shot him.
Yeah. There we go. But yeah, no. One of them that we talked about when I did my big Mike Lindell piece on the show is that on one day he claims to have had a motorcycle crash on his way to skydiving in which his parachute failed. While skydiving, so he had 2 near deaths in one day. So
What
anyway.
are the chances that's going to happen?
Hey, that's the name of the book, Ben. What are the odds? That's the name of the book. So anyway, shout out to Hobo Eddie. Thank you for sending me that. You can find the show on Facebook, facebook.com/thegoodspod. We are on Twitter at The Goods Pod, every episode ever, youtube.com/The Goods Pod. The best way to support the show, head to patreon.com/The Goods Pod. And second best way to support the show, head to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, we're coming for you with a barbecue gun. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.